Producer. Yes, she's doing it. She's doing it phone style. Then Chris Henze, executive producer, and Maggie. We're missing a certain well-bearded gentleman right now. It's a sweet, sweet beard and a sweet man, and we want to share just a sentiment with him, and we were hoping all you guys could help us. What do we want to tell him, James? Maybe like.
I was thinking something along the lines of "suck it."
Oh.
Obvious. Yeah.
Chris, could you record this for? And so you guys, on the count of 3, I want to hear a "suck it, Tim." That will make him proud and his mother embarrassed. Ready? All right. 1, 2, 3. Suck it!
What's up, psychos? We miss you all.
All right, guys. So we're making a movie. There's a Psych movie.
Pretty good.
Yep.
It's done.
Steve, give me a little update on where you've been for a couple of years. Like, have you been basically spending 2 years crafting this work?
We finished shooting the final episode. It's a zombie episode in the middle of the night where I got to dress up as a zombie, and Roday was directing. He cut as I was getting out of my zombie makeup and having my fingers reattached. I started working on the Psych movie. And I knew I had to work on it for a long time because I don't want to make 1 Psych movie. I want to make 6 Psych movies.
I want you to make 7. So I heard, and some of the cycles have heard, that there's a dearth of, there's a new location.
New location. Oh.
There is a new location. Well, as you know, if anybody has watched the final episode, if you're saving it on your DVR because you want to have a new episode available, you should watch it now to spoil it. Everybody goes to San Francisco. So it only makes sense that everything that happens in the course of the show, and especially that final episode, means something. So we pick it up 3 years later in San Francisco.
That's nice. We'll miss Santa Babs. We like her.
Well, we got 5 or 6 more of these to go back.
Corbin.
Yes, sir.
How are you, man?
I'm wonderful.
You look well.
Corbin, I like your hat. I know, look at Corbin's hat.
Very hats. That's what I want to talk. I've been seeing you on some social media. You're looking really clever and sharp, and some kind of hip hats and scarves in cold places.
Yeah, well, that's that's actually because of Henry. Henry has stopped fighting the tide. He wears black, cool hats, and he's just twice as hip as Sean. He's out hipping the hipster.
You wear it well.
Thank you, Jimmy.
You wear it best.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
That means a lot coming to me.
Kirsten.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, you said my name right.
What asshole doesn't say your name?
Oh, there's so many, Jimmy. It's not Kristen. It's not Kirsten. It's not Kirsten or not Christina either. Hi, Jimmy. Thank you.
It's so nice to see you. I miss you.
I miss you.
Vic's running the SFPD?
SFPD, yes.
That's huge. How does she feel about it?
She's a little bewildered, feels a little bit betrayed.
Overwhelmed, but she's got
straight overwhelmed, but she's totally can handle this. She's pretty badass. So Vic has been the chief over in San Francisco for a few years. She's got this whole thing down, but I brought a head detective with me that I need to have on my side. great crew. My whole family moved. My husband got a job, so we're good. You know, we're lucky.
He's a supporter.
He's a supportive guy. Yeah, he works out of the house. Travels a lot. Travels a lot.
Chief Vic deserves today's man. That's what I'm saying.
I do deserve today's man.
So Maggie.
Yes.
We're all very, very excited to check in with Jules again. Very, very excited. We love you.
I was excited to check in with Jules again. Yes.
Christine, Jules.
I'm excited to check in with
No.
Yeah.
I literally said, like, how long will this panel go before Delay says something? It sounds dirty. Let's continue.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's things that we don't like cover in the movie about Jules.
Sure.
I don't know, hoping for some, like, what does she like for dessert? What is her playlist? Is she more of like a Nora Jones or maybe Modest Mouse?
That's a good question. It is a good question.
Thank you.
I would say she's like a Modest Jones.
Ooh, that's a new
Yeah, it's like a blend of both. I think she's a perfect blend of both. That is a new band.
I like them. They
yeah,
sound,
out of Portland.
They sound Portland adjacent.
Yes, Portland adjacent. That's right.
I'm excited
To listen to them?
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
Because it's a real thing that I'm going to do in real
Everyone's on
life.
Spotify right now going, gosh darn it, I really can't find them.
Hey, Dule. Oh wait, no, it goes like this. Hey, Dule.
What's happening?
How you doing, man?
Oh, man.
God, you are sharp in the face.
Oh, thanks, brother.
You guys see the way he looks? It's a comely face.
A comely face?
I use antiquated terms, and sometimes I get mistakes.
I was like, wait, I don't know, what?
The slickness is there, and how is Gus doing in San Francisco?
I think Gus is thriving up there, you know what I mean? He's enjoying his life up there.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, he's doing what he always loves to do. He's growing a beard. He's growing a beard. Yeah. Gus is loving San Francisco. It's the home of the 49ers. You know what I mean?
Sports team right there.
Yeah, Gus is having a good time. And of course, wherever, Chief Vic, Jules, Sean, wherever they are, that's where Gus is home, so.
Not Henry, though, huh?
No. He's still scared. Well, he has to have somebody to miss, you know what I mean? He has to have reasons to go back to Santa Barbara. So Gus loves to go back to Santa Barbara and check out Henry, check out Lassie and all that kind of stuff. But yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't fly far from home.
No, he doesn't fly far, nope.
Let's say Sean's busy. Let's say Sean has plans for the night. What would Gus get up to that night? Would it be like baths? Like a bath? Like Turkish or Russian baths?
Gus would go find a planetarium. I think he probably would be looking at the stars and then also looking at the corner of his eye to see if there's anybody that catches his eye. You see what I'm saying? That way he can pull out his business card with the number written on the back in pencil, you see? Because a player's got to have a game, you see what I'm saying? And Gus is a player. He has 2 phones, still.
Hey, James.
Hello, friend.
Man, you play a man.
I mean, does he though? Does he play a man?
A child who makes like countless mistakes and messes up in all kinds of ways, and all of these foibles tend to make the situation better and bring everyone around him somehow closer and more joy-filled. I just want to tell you, it's nice to see you coming back and playing Sean Spicer. Because, man, I like it. It's such a difficult thing, and you do it so well. So tell me what Sean's been doing for the past couple of years.
You guys might be surprised to know that Sean has taken a few steps forward. Not emotionally. He physically took a couple steps over the last 3 years. And he's feeling pretty good about it. Yeah, he's relocated. He's still working cases, sometimes cases that Gus doesn't know about. And, he's still got a crush a hard crush on Juliet, I think.
That makes sense.
I think it's evolved from schoolboy crush to like hard man crush.
There's different...
Hard man crush?
Hard man crush.
Okay.
In San Francisco.
Yeah.
All right.
It's all about the punctuation.
To be clear.
I hope I'm not giving too much away. These are supposed to be subtle hints. It's a different side of Sean that we've never seen before. You're writing. Actually, though, I have a question for you, Jim. As delightful as it is that you're here,
Oh yes,
sharing
I like being here.
sharing the stage with us, I think I speak for all of us when I say, what exactly are you doing here, man?
Didn't you die like 5, 6, 7 years ago on the show? He's like a cat.
In the most incredible way.
Yeah. I mean, is there a specific reason why you were moderating?
Yes, because Mary Lightly is making his third posthumous appearance in Psych the movie. What? I lucked out there.
Breaking news.
I got to be a part of this.
You've now appeared more on the show dead than you did alive.
I've done 2 episodes as a human that's alive, and 3 or 4 experiences as a dead person.
No. Wow.
Yes.
Already?
Mostly because James just keeps giving me jobs. And Steve approves them.
Ed Harris passed.
We tried Ed first.
He's so angry that he passed right. He taught me that run, though, actually, Ed Harris. He was like, let me show you how to run like Mary Lightly. It was great. Do we have any, I just wish I could leave the movie now. I wish I could watch the film. When's it coming out, December? I wish it was December, and we could see this stuff in action.
Well, you know, actually, there's a possibility of that.
What?
I mean, we've been editing like crazy with this movie, but would anybody be interested in seeing some footage?
Yes, please.
We're not allowed to have like DVDs anymore. We have to do it all over the internet. So it's on my phone. So if everyone can like the kids should come in first and then like kneel down, and then if you guys can circle around. Do they have AirPlay here? I can show you.
Everybody turn your Wi-Fi on, and then you'll air it and drop it.
Yeah. Nobody saw me do my password, did they? I don't need to change this yet. I tell you what, a lot of shows come and they'll show like a clip or something, or they'll show like a little preview of something. Why don't we show like, I don't know, like the first 8 minutes of this thing?
Sorry folks, I have to turn this off.
I say 8 minutes, but 8 seasons, you know what I'm saying?
That's right, that makes sense.
Gotta turn it off
And if you guys have any notes, we don't lock until next week, so please, like if we do too much, something, there might be some visual effects that aren't there. I don't know if we own any of the songs that are playing in the background, so do not film this. Do not tell any of the artists whose music's playing in the background that we did this. This did not happen, and I didn't show you this. And most importantly, don't tell Jeff Wattel that we did this. Jeff Wattel, of course, is the man who is responsible, along with Chris McCumber and all the amazing people over at USA. But Jeff Wattel is the guy who called me 1 year ago and 9 days while I was in Hershey, Pennsylvania, on a chocolate tour, and said, "Let's make the Psych movie next year." And here we are tonight.
Don't. But don't forget Billy McGoldrick, the ginger who runs the baths. Don't forget that.
And Bill McGoldrick, who allowed us to mention his name 13 times in Psych the movie. So is it possible to put the movie on the screen? Yeah. Let's do it.
And it's back to his old ways. Is it the growing pains, birthing pains?
I don't think so. I don't think so at all. You know, Gus Undi's
right back in.
Yeah, he really enjoys, you know, doing the whole Psych thing with Sean. So he likes to put up a fight, but
yes,
he jumps on the bandwagon very quickly.
Your disappointment at the missing sourdough, I saw charm underneath.
Exactly. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? A little glimmer of charm. You know what I mean? Like, oh, that's Sean, boy. Oh, that's Sean.
That was the sitcom version. It's like,
Sean.
So Steve, it looks really, really sharp. Did you direct many of the episodes themselves?
I did. I was allowed to direct a handful of them, and most importantly, when Jeff called me last year as I was tasting chocolate. By the way, are you familiar with what a nib is with chocolate? It's very strange. It doesn't taste good, but it's the part that makes chocolate amazing. I digress. Yeah, I said I really wanted to. Most important to me was I want to be able to direct this movie, and I directed the musical and a handful of other episodes, and I have to say, it's the best experience I've had in my professional life with these group of people having just so much fun.
Including or not including your backyard wrestling career?
It was cut short.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Jimmy Simpson thought that was funny, everybody.
I did. I laughed about it. It's an off-putting one.
Ed Harris likes it though.
Yeah.
You know, he likes
Very
it.
kind, you guys. Come on. I noticed at the top there's a sweet '80s reference from Sean Spencer, and that's one of my favorite things. I don't know if it's James or Steve, but I think it's the hybrid. They're able to reference things that will make me laugh that I hadn't thought about, like a name or a film moment in 15 years, and it's somehow reinvented for me. And then I go and I watch things that you guys have reminded me to see, and it's like a hilarious trip down current memory lane when you guys are doing your.
I mean, that's the genius of James Franks and Steve Roday.
Yeah. It's one of them. It's one of them. One of the two geniuses.
Believe me, Dule has to look up all those references as well.
I really do.
Yeah. Steve and I grew up in the 80s. I don't know why James knows as much as he knows about it.
I just smile and nod.
Yeah.
That's a great one.
He plays over on the, like, looking at the script and then Googling stuff.
James made me say Jenny A. Gutter as a reference.
That's absolutely
I
true.
have no idea what he was talking about. But it killed because James wrote it.
Jimmy, there is a joke in this movie that I contributed that not one single person on the crew or on this panel understands, and it had to stay in the cut because of that.
Is somebody share with us now?
Yes, I will. I'll give you the hint. It's this note. Do 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 ding ding. If anybody understands that, thank you. Thank you, those people out there. You have a head start on the Psych of this movie.
What is it?
What is it?
You're not even going to tell us, are you?
No, you
Oh, you mother-
Oh my gosh. Do it again. Somebody pull up Shazam, and then we can just like. Now we got it.
One more time, Steve.
It's a Bugs Bunny reference. It's the note that the bomb is attached to when Daffy Duck is playing, when he's trying to blow up Bugs Bunny, when he's totally outdoing him in the vaudeville show.
Oh, that.
Bugs keeps playing it wrong. So the note is C above middle C in those endearing young charms.
Wow.
And that's why you're
Steve Franks, everybody.
Yeah.
Based on this reaction, I'm going to cut that joke from the show now.
I'm going to shut all of you
That
up.
makes you laugh.
I'm going to shut you up quick, and we're going to can we get some questions from the folks?
Oh.
Does that sound nice?
Wow.
Did we do that?
Folksy questions.
They got the dramatic light out there.
Oh my
too.
gosh. I
Occasional light.
do. Oh my goodness.
It's kind of sci-fi.
Oh, I like that.
They're going to make them.
This is Psych color.
Watch the old.
I gotta say, I love the green.
Hi.
Hello.
Welcome to Ballroom 20, the Psych.
Welcome back to Comic-Con. We're so happy you're here.
We're happy you guys came back.
We're just thrilled. Thank you so much. Please don't leave that joke out. We love that joke. We love it. I got the reference, and everybody else got the reference? The Bugs Bunny? So very good. Okay, Thank you for the pineapples. Thank you for being here. We appreciate the pins very much. Thank you, USA. Thank you so much. Okay, so I have a question. If you could cast, oh, my name is Jennifer, by the way.
Jennifer.
So nice to meet you all.
Hello, Jennifer.
If you could cast another member of the cast in a superhero movie, who would play which superhero and why?
Solid question. Let's start with Corbin.
Who would you cast?
Bugs Bunny. I don't know. Steve, give it to me again. If I could cast anybody, is a superhero. Dule would be Aquaman. I don't know why, it just happened.
I'll get my Jason Momoa on, you know what I'm saying?
You weren't a Navy
Let's
SEAL.
see. A superhero. It could be anybody, right? Okay. Maggie, Lawson, Kick-Ass.
That's a bit repetitive.
Did you just create a character?
Oh my gosh, no!
For Maggie Kick-Ass?
Yes, I did.
Oh my gosh.
You can be Kick-Ass.
I can be
Your little
oh,
purple wig.
Yes, yes, Kick-Ass. Yes. I'm gonna say Kirsten.
I like that. The tip.
Pressure's on now.
Hang on. I mean, I gotta go with Wonder Woman.
I know, we're in sword fights.
What do you think, James?
Well, my first instinct was to spin off one of Gus's alter egos, which was Jet Blackness. That felt like maybe it was a little too adult. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna say Jimmi Simpson is Doctor Strange.
Good on the nose, don't you think?
I'm gonna say Tim Amundsen as the Black Panther.
I'm gonna say Kelly Kulchak as Elastigirl.
Yes. Kelly, who would you cast?
I would do James Roday as Wolverine.
That's an actual thing that can happen.
Yeah.
Double claw.
No, no. Make that happen, someone somewhere.
Chris.
I don't know if this counts, but I think I'd go with Andy Berman as Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Andy is a very, very talented central writer on the.
He's not large.
And he was a
And
cast
he plays
member also.
Zim in Invader Zim, which I love, which they're doing another series of.
That was a great question. Hey there, what's your name? What do you want to know?
Hi, my name is Quinlan. I'm watching guys.
I tell you, that was such a fun shoot.
I just gotta say thank you to USA and Steve Franks for making that shirt on. Wow. I really thank you all for that.
Too late in the day. We showed it.
Do you guys know how many discussions we had about that shirt?
And it wasn't until I came to Comic-Con and actually got here that I realized what that shirt was. I was like, wait a second, what's happening right now?
The discussions about this shirt kind of went like this. It has to be made.
And what's messed up is I'm not even Janet Jackson in that.
Always have.
You gave us like as a hint that Zachary Levi is going to be the movie. And
What?
You're all great singers. Does that mean we get to expect some singing from you guys more?
Good question.
Who wants to answer that? Well, I'll just say this. I will say that more than one person on this panel might do a little singing in that movie.
There might be some singing, you guys.
Oh, there's some singing.
There might be a little bit of singing.
Oh, there's some singing.
Hey.
Hi, my name's Mary. Actually, Amanda.
Okay, let's call you Mary.
Where's your cartoon penguin?
I have the umbrella.
Nice.
I was wondering, with the pineapples in every episode, was that always intentional? And if so, like, who decides, like, where it's gonna be, what it's gonna be?
Steve Franks conceived of a pineapple before the show, and it's just, we've been following it.
Well, here's the funny thing, Jimmy, and this is a story that nobody knows. It wasn't until season season 6 or 7, it was a total accident. We had no idea there were pineapples in each episode. And we started going back and watching them, and I'm like, oh my God, there's one in that one too. Yeah. We had no idea.
It's a little game that our art department folks were playing behind our backs. Joke was on us.
And is there a pineapple in Psych the movie?
There is not only a pineapple in Psych the movie, but it is a pineapple that is an obscure reference to another pineapple that was in the Psych series, and you have to watch all 121 episodes to figure out which one it was. So chew on that for a little while.
The pineapple inception, and it's going to be glorious. Sir, what is your name?
Hi, my name's Gabe, and my question's for all the actors up there, and I was just wondering, since you guys were on like a long hiatus from the show when it ended, I was wondering how was it like getting back into character and like being like, oh, I'm gonna be Sean Spencer, I'm gonna be Gus, I'm gonna be Jules, I'm gonna be Vic, like just getting back into character, how was it?
How'd you guys feel putting the clothes on and stuff?
For me, it was surprisingly easy. The first scene that we shot back was Gus trying to come on to somebody who was played by my fiance, Jasmine Sami. He plays Sailor May. But anytime you get Gus trying to sniff somebody's hair or, do a little lip curl like this, it's pretty easy. You got to do one of those real quick and go like this and fill out a business card and you're good to go.
You never do that in real life.
I think it was helpful for Dule that he got to show off for his lady a little bit in the first scene. Like, yo, hey baby, this is how we do it like this. We do it like this. Watch. See what I'm doing right now? This is how we do it.
Welcome to Psych, baby. Welcome to Psych.
See, I didn't have to remember what it was because I'm Henry 2.0. And this is the new Henry. I completely forgot what the old Henry was in '62. It's gone. So thank God Steve wrote and James wrote a new Henry, and a very modified Henry.
I put the suit on, of just like we're in costume fitting. So you put the suit on, you kind of slide some heels on, you go, oh right, there she is. And then I got to set a couple days early, and I got to watch these three doing a scene together, and it was amazing to watch that because you guys did fall right back into it. I was just watching you at the monitors, and I was like, they're there. We've only been here like a day or two, and they're there.
I was a little rusty at first, I have to say.
I didn't see you rusty.
Yeah, I was a little rusty. I was like, wow, running in heels, I forgot. But yeah, it was crazy. It was like maybe 2 hours into shooting. It was like, wow, we've always been here.
And then by that time, James and Julie, you were already finishing each other's sentences.
Yeah.
You were already singing in harmony. Like improv.
And that's what I was going to say too, is having the crew there from the original production helped out a lot. And before we even started filming anything, we all got together as a casting crew who were there on the first day and sang Happy Birthday song, which is what we always did on the Psych anyway. So as soon as we did that, we were good to go.
Yeah, James, I spent a lot of time with James in my life, and when he's not shooting Psych, he turns into kind of like a Viggo Mortensen in the wilderness. Everything's and just wild, and then it takes them 2 days to clean him up. Just like that, and he just popped right back in.
I had to grow hair for that thing. Hair again. It's weird.
Hi, what's your name?
Hi, I'm Elise. I love you, Dule and James. You guys are amazing.
Dude, thank you.
Don't worry about the rest of us.
We'll be fine.
We're fine. We're good. Well, she knows what she likes. Knows what she likes.
I love you guys too, I promise. I've been a huge fan of you guys. I wanted to know, of all the scenes filming through Psych, even for the movie, what was your favorite or the most difficult that you guys had to film?
I would say for me, it still goes back to probably season 2, American Duos. I got a chance to dress up as Michael Jackson, and Roday was Roland Losabo, and we did shot. And then we had the crowd, we had John Landis directing, we had the crowd that was out there screaming. I mean, I got a chance to do a moonwalk. I mean, come on, it was pretty cool.
I think, I think mine was Scary Sherry. That was, I still go back to that, that axe fight. Getting into the sorority girl mode was really fun. And the most emotional was in your episode, the episode you directed, which was when I had to say goodbye to my partner, Neil.
That was it. You know what? I can always go back and watch that dude singing Mr. Yang to the next world in the musical. Always.
Yeah. That was
I love trying to keep a straight face with Jane Lynch. When Jane Lynch was there, we had another Wiseman director with us, and he was just like, good luck. You're going to have to try to keep up with her, and she's so good. So going toe-to-toe with her, and, you know, I was like, I can do this, this is fun. She's a pro.
I always default to, and I did this with LA Law too, it's the very first scene I shot, which is how many hats are in the room. And obviously it's still affecting me. But it's where I actually understood the character. I understood the relationship with Sean, even though it wasn't with James. It was with one of the young Seans. They've completely gone over my head now. I don't know how many young Seans there have been. But how many hats in the room? How many hats were in the room? Do you remember?
I do. I love it.
3, 4.
No. I guess I'm happy you weren't born when this started. I believe it was 7 hats in the room. Yeah, no. Maybe not.
And I got to see you, Henry's even still evolving in his hip flows. We had a little moment in the film, and you were improvising hilarity.
I will tell you, when I walked onto the set, it was I wasn't even shooting yet. I will tell you that you will see magic when James and this man get together and do something. That I realized this show is extraordinary. And it was, I was blown away. I was sitting there like an audience member. I won't tell you what it was because I'm not sure what I'm allowed to reveal or not. But it's extraordinary when these two get together. Yes.
What do we got? What's your name? Hi.
Hi, I'm Jimmi, and I'm very nervous.
No, okay, we all are. For our whole lives.
Don't worry, just 5,000 people and you in that spotlight. Should take the edge off.
Yes, you're with friends.
I hope I can phrase this right, but I know the show takes place in Santa Barbara and it's filmed in Canada. Have you ever gotten together as a group in order to, feel Santa Barbara, and how long were you there, and was there a significant memory you took with you?
Did you guys have a pilgrimage to Santa Barbara?
I used to, when we'd start the writer's room, we would all get on, because I like to write on trains, so I'd take the entire writing staff and James, and we would get on the Amtrak to Santa Barbara, and we'd all ride there, and then we would go, by the time we got to Santa Barbara, we always had at least 1 or 2 of the new season's episodes, structured out. And, but that's the only time we've been in Santa Barbara. We were there for the college tour.
Oh yeah.
Just the 3 of us. I don't know if anybody else came, but we, as a group, have never been to Santa Barbara.
I go there like every other weekend because I can write it off officially as a tax.
But here's the one thing you should know about James Roday. I offered him $1,000 of my, and everybody knows I'm very frugal with my money. I offered him $1,000 to walk into the Santa Barbara police station and say, I sense there's a crime going on. He would not do it.
Oh, that would have been funny. There's still time, exactly.
I'm not a monkey, Stephen.
He's like, my wife's here. She's like, whoa, that deal's not on the table.
What? Hey there, we have another grad shirt.
Oh, yes.
What's your name?
Hi.
Did you just beat up the other person and steal that shirt from them?
No, I was actually here 7 years ago.
All right. Welcome back.
Lovely. Very patient.
I'm the real deal. My name is Maria, and I have a question for everyone. What was the best part about coming back to do the movie?
being with these
maybe more feeling-based
wonderful people.
Yeah. I think everybody had the same answer, which is getting together on set again and having fun.
I mean, I've been on a lot of sets, and like the familial nature of this is something that I look forward to each time. And I thought I wouldn't do it again, and I got to do it again. And it's truly one of the nicest groups of people. Everyone is on the same page. Everyone's working their butt off.
Well, and when we got the script as well, and when we saw, rest assured, these guys didn't sit on their laurels when they wrote this thing because...
You don't want to know what we were sitting on.
But these characters grew. These characters have new complexities. And, you know, with Henry 2.0 or with A New Life in San Francisco, I got to do some new fun things. And I think that there were aspects that we didn't see even in the 8 or the 8 seasons of our characters that now we're actually exploring here. So it's kind of launching us even forward to getting ready for those next 5 movies.
I think I can probably speak for everybody when I say, as much as we love each other, as much as we love our crew, and as much as we jump at the opportunity to, you know, to get back to these characters and dig in and come up with a new story, the unifying factor in all of this was, hey, we have a chance to give something to our fans. I mean, first and foremost, we did this movie for you guys. That's the truth. Because it never ceases to amaze us how active you guys are, how much you keep up with us, how supportive you are on social media. Everything we do, you guys are just so great, and it's a real blessing to be able to give something back. And I don't know if we'll get to make more of these, which is why this one was really like, look, thank you guys so much, you know, like seriously.
I'm pretty sure Steve right now is like, what do you mean you don't know if we're going to get a chance to make more of this? Like, what are you talking about?
You might have a little bit more time, maybe a question or two. What is that, what do you have, Belle cosplay? What's going on?
It's Ariel, but that's her.
Oh, of course.
You took a swing, man.
I did, I really tried. I got to play.
Hi, I'm Emily.
Hey, Emily.
So I wanted to know, what was your favorite part about the musical episode?
Not singing.
I think for me was doing the opening number. That really was what set the musical up, and the whole Santa Barbara town thing was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And to me, it was Jamaican Inspector was a song that nobody knew we wrote it or recorded it. It was mentioned in the script, but nobody knew we were going to shoot it. And so we sort of secretly set up, because we were supposed to be like behind, and we had to cut down all the pages, and we put Dule on the crane, and we pumped it over the speakers, and we just swung him wildly around this giant stage. It was one of the greatest moments of my life, and I go, oh my God, that shot is perfect. That is absolutely perfect. Let's do it one more time. Because you can see us in the background, and then Dule got up there and did it a second time.
How did that go again? I forget.
Jamaican Inspector Man, straight from Kingston to London town. We are gonna party like it's 1888. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, the tones of that throat. So layered. Can you wait? Should we all sing? Should we all sing maybe one of our favorite songs together?
Yes.
Do we want to do a sing along? Of the theme song?
This poor girl is standing there in the spotlight.
Let's get one more question really quick.
She just wants to. Hi, I'm Clarissa. Also, I'm from San Antonio too.
Nice.
I just wanted to ask, what 80s movie do you think embodies you or your characters?
Good one.
James, 3 hours to you. Go.
No, it's funny. When Steve and I sat down many years ago to talk about this show and me playing the role of Sean Spencer, Steve referenced Ferris Bueller's Day Off,
and I referenced Real Genius. And I think the idea that Ferris could meet Chris and go off and become one entity is sort of what gave us Sean Spencer. So I have to say it's a tie. That's between Real Genius and Ferris Bueller's Day Off for Sean.
Yeah. Well played.
I would say I have no idea.
So, no more questions, I guess, but we can do one more because someone's there, but then we have to move on. What is your question? Last question. And what is your name?
Hi, I'm Allie, and I was wondering, what's your guys' favorite inside joke and how did it happen?
Remember it says that members of our audience may be 18 in years and under.
And I got nothing.
You got nothing.
Inside jokes are usually so funny to outsiders. Let's see.
We have fun together. Do we have inside jokes together?
Oh, man.
Corbin's mixing that one. You're gonna do a sing-along?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, really one of the inside jokes was the 3-hole punch that made it to camera.
That's true.
That really was Tim Meltrigger who came to the car one day when me and Roday was filming. And I think I said 3-hole puncher, and he's like, no, say 3-hole punch. It's funnier. It's funnier. And for a while, then we just ran with it, saying how funny that was, and we did that off camera. When everybody would say 3-hole punch, we start cracking up, the whole crew, and then eventually made it to screen.
We made it. We actually put it in an episode.
So you all are part of the inside joke.
Let's sing the song together. Yeah. We're gonna sing this goddamn song.
Come on now.
Now you all gotta sing too. Yeah. Do it.
Is this alright? Then you're all wrong. Wild I'm round to the same dance song. You rather run when you can't crawl.
Let's hear it in the Avengers room. Come on, guys, loud.
I know, you know, and I'm telling the truth. I know, you know, they just don't have any clue. It's the deception. You learn how to bang. You worked in business and the psych you out in the end. I know, you know.
But isn't it embarrassing that I actually need to look at the words to know the song?
I think you might have just learned one of the lines.
Honest to God, I have never known those were the words. The first, I was sitting there like, what?
All those years we were learning how to bend. No idea.
I have no idea. Thank you.
Wow.
We all learned something today.
It's like, was there actually the word inhibitions in that song? Wow.
I have a very deep vocabulary, a rich and deep vocabulary.
I don't think 4-syllable words are allowed in a song.
Steve, just keep writing more songs, not just shows, all songs. I'd like to be the first one to thank this cast and creative team for coming down to San Diego and making this movie and then talking about it. And I'm so grateful I get to be a little tiny part of this thing. And I can't wait to spend the next 2 days in this madness with you guys. I hope to see you guys out there. And now we're gonna leave the stage and you're gonna go about your days. Was it fun? Did you have a nice time?
Psychos, you all are the best.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Pat.
Thank you, guys.